English journalist and television presenter, John Craven, is best known for presenting the BBC programmes Newsround, Countryfile and Beat the Brain, but his role as host of the regular children's news programme is arguably his biggest. Originally called John Craven's Newsround, John became a household name and has continued to be a popular face in the industry, having won an OBE in the 2000 New Year Honours for his services. Speaking about his early career, the newsreader confessed he once locked himself in the Newsround studio to avoid upsetting young listeners with brutal news flashes. John left the Newsround program in 1989, having presented more than 3,000 episodes. The decision to fill a slot for a news bulletin on the program was risky, as research showed young viewers hated the news, but the beloved TV star relished the opportunity. Explaining how he delivered the news, John said, "During the early years, Newsround was the first television news bulletin of the day. On several occasions, BBC News did a news flash on BBC One immediately before we went on air. Vera Star addresses filming blunders with Kenny Doughty. Our team felt humiliated and the audience we had carefully nursed to receive any bad news from me were confused. It came to a head when we almost barricaded the studio to stop a senior newsreader entering with a news flash. After that, no news flashes preceded us. Newsround broke the big stories to avoid any fallout." He added, "A journalist from the main news joined us with further details." In 2015, the journalist presented the BBC Two game show series Beat the Brain, which began airing on May 11. The popular program examined the way contestants think rather than what they know. Teams of 4 would go up against the eponymous brain, and they are asked to complete a series of tasks that test their full mental range. The official synopsis read, "Fiendish logic problems and prickly posers in an effort to win a cash prize." During his 50 years on the TV screen, the 81-year-old broadcaster admitted that he has experienced some lucky breaks throughout his career. John confessed, "There are, of course, times where luck seems to be wearing a little thin. I've always had good health, hardly a day off work through illness, but, in my late 40s, my eyesight started to become blurred," he added to Mail Online. As a regular contributor to Countryfile, John has continued to share his passion for farming and wildlife. Countryfile's John Craven worried about invading personal space inside Luck's wearing thin. Countryfile's John Craven on Health Woes interview, began to feel. Countryfile's John Craven shares health concerns opinion. In John's first ever report for Countryfile, he investigated the rise of organic farming. Some of the biggest names in show business are said to follow the journalist and his beloved wildlife program, with Judi Dench being called a great fan. Speaking on Lorraine, John told the ITV host, "We were doing our Shakespeare special for the anniversary of the great man's death and so, we, Judi, went for a little stroll through Kent. We met in a bluebell wood and we strolled through Kent and ended up in this beautiful medieval hall where Shakespeare and his players once played, and Dame Judi was really very impressed. And we did a bit of Romeo and Juliet together," he gushed.